Hello and welcome everyone to another version of Cinder's Voice of the Customer in partnership with Mono Solutions. And we're delighted to have Ousmane Sow of I'm Coffee in Halmstad. It's established in 2012 and it has been roasting coffee and educating people about coffee. And now we want to hear about how the coffee gets from Guinea
Yeah,
to the Halmstad table and some of the challenges that have been faced perhaps by the coronavirus and how the future goes. So welcome, Ousmane. Why don't you tell us a bit about your business, how you got started?
yeah. Thank you. Thank you to invite me and my company to this webinar. We yeah, I started in the end of 2012, beginning of 2013. We started the whole things by. It started very small because from the beginning it was because I wanted to save my grandpa plantation and. After he died, it was my mom who was supposed to take over the business and run it. And after 1 year, she called me and said that she just told me that, yeah, listen, I can't do this. I'm old, I'm retired, and the best thing for me is to sell it because you don't live in Guinea anymore. Um,
And this is a coffee plantation, yeah?
exactly. So after she said that, I was like, oh, wait, wait a minute. We are not going to sell our memory because actually I don't grow up directly in the coffee farm, but all my vacation from when I was 5 until my honeymoon, all those moments I did it in this plantation. So I just told her that we can find a solution, but we are not going to sell it because it's not just a piece of land for me. Like I said from the beginning, it's a lot of memory. So yeah, and then she told me that okay, listen now. So if you don't sell it, then you have to take over and try to do something about it because right now I have no energy for this. So I talked a little bit with my wife. And then I told her that, yeah, for me to be involved in this coffee plantation is to stop working as an electrician because I was working as an electrician here in Sweden. And she was like, no, don't do that. Don't leave your job and start something. You don't know how the end will be. And coffee, there's coffee in the north of Europe, we drink a lot of coffee, and there's coffee everywhere. So how are you going to sell your coffee and to reach the market because there is coffee? And then I told her that this is not the usual coffee. This is the special coffee. So I started slowly before I resigned from my job. I started to ask around, especially for this big company who roast coffee. Ask them if they are interested to buy my coffee, green bean from Guinea. It's Arabica bean, Catimo, and the result was not good because they was not interested at
Hmm.
all to deal with special coffee. But it was something new in Sweden. Special coffee started, let us, I think, around 2008, 9, 10 in Sweden. So even Swedish people drink a lot of coffee, but they drink a lot of standard volume coffee, huge production, you know.
Mhm.
And I tell my wife, yeah, there's possibility to grow in this business because we are not going to try to sell our coffee to same people who buy their own coffee in this big ICA, you know, all these big shops. So
Yeah.
we are going to find some niche, you call it, yeah,
Yes,
just to
exactly.
find some, yeah. So yeah, that's how it began. So um,
So
I,
you
I,
opened a you opened a store. When did you open your storefront? 2013?
2013, I think it was April, 2000, the beginning of April, yeah, 2013, I get registered. But before that, I was working like 6 months at home because from the beginning, like I said, after I left my job, um, I was working at home, but doing this, we call it 4 hour better. It's like the
Pre-work or a transition?
pre-work. Yeah, exactly. um, I was not effective. I went up like 10 o'clock some days, sit in the kitchen, try to find some machine, try to find some contacts, and I have no experience with this, how we call it, näringslivet, doing business. I mean, be an entrepreneur in this country. So but after 3 months, I meet one guy. He's retired now from, it's the states who run it. They call them Företagarcentrum here in Halmstad.
Hmm.
They were based in the high school, Halmstad Högskolan. I met him, and then I tell him what I want to do. I have this plantation. I have this coffee tree. I want to make it a little bit better. I want to take it higher than my grandpa did. I want to make the coffee from Guinea be more competitive to be because it's a really high quality coffee, and but we are known as a robusta producer.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but people don't know about our Arabica bean. So, and then he told me, yeah, it's a good idea, but I know some company here who can help you with that. They call them Science Park at
Yeah.
that
Hmm.
time, and
Yeah.
I went there, and then I met some guys, Lars Joran, who was my mentor. So the idea was to leave home and go to one place where I can come early in the morning and try to solve all my problems, try to meet the authorities, asking about all authorization, how can I drive a roasting company here in Halmstad, because in that time, even the Halmstad people don't know what kind of rules because no one has done this one before in this
So
commune. Yeah.
you were a real trailblazer. I mean, you first had to educate yourself, and you took advantage of the science park where they were helping to answer questions. But you had to learn not only growing coffee in Guinea, but
Yeah.
shipping it to Halmstad,
Yes.
setting
Yeah.
up the roasting environment in
Yeah.
Halmstad, and then
Yeah.
figuring out where your customers are.
Yeah. I mean, all these things was really hard for someone
For
who,
anybody.
yeah, never done it before. I was used to work and get my 30,000 crowns every month as a salary, regular salary. I have no,
Hmm.
how we call it, ansvar. I have no, I mean, just go to work from morning
Life was
to
simple.
yes, very easy. And suddenly I was at age of 30, I was supposed to learn a new
Business, completely. Life.
business, yeah, from the beginning, from scratch. So, but I get a lot of help from Science Park because there I met the tax authority, I met the firemen, I met a lot of people from the authority who helped me. They helped me in this way that, yeah, you have to have this kind of place, and you have to get this kind of things, and the taxes need to be paid in this time of every month, and you have so I learned a lot. So after that, it was the big problem was to find the roasting the roasting machine, the coffee roaster. So I find a different type, but I choose one which I was really happy with, but it was very expensive. So to finance all these things, I was like, I just had the idea and the plantation, but there was some problem with the money,
financing.
the
Yeah, the
financement,
financing.
because the financement, because I have to find it. So
Yeah.
I started to meet some my banks and some, we call them, how you say, these people who borrow money with high um, rental. So I was it was really difficult, but in one way uh, I succeed to manage it well.
Mm.
I get my machine, I get my place, everything was here, but and the problems, like you said from the beginning, was to bring the coffee here.
Yeah.
So I started to get in contact with Maersk, and because they are in Guinea, and we started to open accounts and work with the custom and all authority, because taxes need to be paid in two different countries. There was a lot of, I was 2013, 2014 was a really difficult time for me in terms of learning,
Mm.
because everything I was doing, I have to do, I need to ask what is the right way to do, what is the right things to do. So, because I was afraid to do wrong, because we know Sweden, it's they need to know everything about your
Yes.
business. That's the reality in Sweden. So anything is hide. So everything is needs
Yes.
to come. Yeah. So
But
I get it.
how did you establish this? And then so you've established the roaster, you're getting the beans here. How did you find any customers? How did you
Yeah.
go about actually was it
I mean,
knocking door to door on businesses? Because you sell to consumers
yeah.
as businesses as well, and businesses too, right?
My naivety was a huge advantage for me, because I was naive. I just believe on my idea. I will get my roastery, I will roast my coffee, and then let's see if someone will buy it. So, and my mentor was more, you know, organized. He was learning me, telling me that no, you need to find a customer first before you invest a lot of money on this business. And then I was answering, no, how can I sell something I don't have? I cannot try to sell my coffee when they are down in Guinea. They need to be here, and I need to get my machine, I need to get my place, I need to roast. After I get the product, I will find the customer. So in the end, he just leave me. He just said, yeah, do it. I mean, just do it, because I never see someone like you. So after I get all these things, I started to roast, and then I get the big problems selling the product.
Yeah.
So I remember some months here, the first month, first 6 months, I had like every month I had a huge amount to pay to the bank, the rent, everything. I was not thinking, I never thought about my salary in that time. I was not thinking about salary, just to get those people get their own money first, because a
Hmm.
lot of things was, uh, how you say, leasing.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and I went from, I think I started here in Halmstad for just to try to find some private customer. And then I realized that the private cannot make my company survive after 6 months. So I need a big company which can take a huge volume, because it's
Mm.
coffee. You need to sell some, tons, so that.
So you couldn't make it go just by selling coffee, individual coffees.
No, 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 no. I stopped that way from after 1 month. I just say no,
Yeah.
it's not possible. I cannot knock on the door or talk to every single person I meet. This is not. It's not going to work. But like I
So
said,
did you
I
so did you sorry to cut across, did you set up a website and a Facebook page at this time and do
no.
those sort of things?
Yeah, I started some websites at the Science Park. I get some help, but I made it by myself, and then I get some help from some friends. So we made
Mhm.
something very basic. We built the whole website. There's some company who propose the whole mile. I mean, you just need to
Mhm.
write what you need and download your pictures,
Yeah.
and it's done. So this was very basic. Just aim coffee, and then the first
Mhm.
page was my face, I think, and then down on I had like three products, one filter coffee and two espresso. It was, yeah, beginning. So then after I decided to change my strategy to find customer. I mean, to find some category of customer which can make me sell more volume. I realized I need to work with hotel, restaurants, coffee shop, those who sell a lot of coffee daily. So I stopped all these private customer. Maybe it's because of that I never see you because I
When
was
I was
just
living in Halmstad.
yeah, when we was living in Halmstad, I just focused on hotel. So I started to travel around the country. I met a lot of hotel director and all these chief on different places, small, some like big, and I get two or three big straight, thanks to the quality of the coffee, because I still keep those email here. I remember one of those hotel. I called them like 3 months, and then no answer. I emailed them, no answer, and then 1 week they just call me back, and then they ask me what I want. I say, yeah, I want to sell you a better coffee. They say that coffee is coffee, and then they say that, but it's like apple and pear or I was like, no, don't tell me that coffee is coffee. Coffee is not coffee. There's different type of coffee. Just give me my chance. I will show you what I mean with that. They say, yeah, just come up if you have time. So I went there. I met the director. He was very like laying down, you just see a young black man coming inside with some samples. And then he was like, yeah, I've been drinking my coffee to this hotel about 50 years, whoa, 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 I was like, that's good, that's really good. I'm not here to tell you to change directly. I'm here to show you, because it's your duty to offer all your customers something better.
Yeah.
The customer will always tell you that it's good because they have nothing to compare with. Oh, okay. So yeah, leave the samples here. And right now we have some deal with a big company, and it's about 2 years. I say, okay, let's see. Maybe in 2 years, after 2 years, I will call you. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not here anymore, but I don't know. So I left them, and on the right way, I get two calls, and I had this. A small vehicle at that time, very basic. Everything was like basic. I have no money to buy anything, no big cars or I just buy one car at Blocket just to
Yeah.
deliver my coffee, and the sound is very loud inside when you drive at to this highway. So I didn't hear anything. And when I come to my place, I just look at my mobile. It was like two missing call, and then I said, okay, I did not recognize the number. I went and logged into my website, email address. I have this message there. Yeah, wow, we just tried your coffee, but we have to recognize and apologize to you that we never taste anything like this. So
Wow.
please, we told you that we have a deal for 2 years, but it was just to let you go. But if you want, you can start to deliver like 5 boxes to us. Every box is about 6 kilos. I was happy. That day was one of my happiest day in this company. I was like, yeah, cash in, yes. So I started to send the coffee, and then after 1 month, I get both of the hotel because the owner had two hotels at that time. So it was like 100 kilo every month for those hotels. So that one was a huge for me. I was like, wow. So it
But it
started like
proves that
that.
there's a market there for it. Yeah. So there is a
Absolutely,
market.
absolutely. I mean, I have learned the hard way
Uh-huh.
this coffee business. It has been really difficult. It has been very, very difficult, like I said. But what makes us going on today, it's all this response we get from our customer. People come here and tell us, yeah, thank you that
Hmm.
you are here, and thank you for this because of you, we know what is coffee now.
Mm.
And these people often they are retired or yeah, the middle age. They say, wow, wow, wow. So the quality. A lot of people say that we are kind, we are like this, like that, but I think it's the quality of the coffee that make them stay with us.
Yeah.
It's not only because we are kind. We can show our teeth every time they come here. No, 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 no. It's the quality. So it has been a long journey. I mean, now it's almost 8 years now. We are running and business. I mean, last year was our best year since we started, and yeah, and then this Corona. So yeah.
But you've updated your website now because I was on your website. It's no longer just a picture of you
No,
on the
no,
front
no, no,
cover.
no, 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 no.
It's actually e-commerce enabled
Yeah,
as well, right?
yeah. There's the beginning of everything. There's beginning. Like I used to say, if you believe in what you are doing, if you believe that things you are doing can make a difference, try to realize that, try to do it. Then it's not sure that you can be successful with that, but just give it a chance. Just give everything you have. So we have been building website. I mean, we have changed the website 3 times. This is the third website, but it's actually Robert's company here uh, will help me with that last year. So
Ah, okay.
we change things by. I mean, now we are not small anymore.
Yeah.
We are not
Yeah.
too big, but we are at the middle. So we have some muscles to build some representative website.
So, so you mentioned a couple of things about reviews and comments that people are making. So
Yeah,
you have a Facebook page,
absolutely.
and I'm assuming you also manage your Google My Business
Mm,
profile as well.
mm.
Um, do you manage your reviews on those? Do you engage with people, the general public, on
Yeah,
those?
that was the meaning of to work with this company update with Robert and
Uh-huh.
Jonas. It was because we have seen that before we change our web shop, I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the website collapsed because it was small and we get a lot of
Uh-huh.
navigation. And then I was like, no, I cannot have it like this. So
Mm.
it's better to invest in something better. So now we have this cooperation with
Let's get
Robert.
update. Let's get
Yeah,
updated. Yeah.
updated. So they help me with that. I get everything here. We try to be a little bit more. We try to communicate by email and message to all our customers. So we try to be there for them.
Hmm. Hmm. So you are going to private customers again now, because I noticed you can buy a 500-gram bag of Alpha's blending.
Yeah. Alpha's blending is my favorite blend. My favorite coffee bags in this company. I name it after me. My first name is Alpha Ousmane. So I was alone inside here in almost 300 square meter. I was thinking, yeah, you have to make some blend here.
Yeah.
So, and how are you going to call it? What is the name? I mean, there's
Alpha's
a
blending.
big, yeah, Alpha's blend, and I was like,
Got you.
this is the first blend I never, I'm going to do. So it just has to be Alpha's blend.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one. It's the first coffee which
But
was roasted.
but you're selling to private people via your website.
Yes,
Is
we
that
do.
business? How do you communicate with them? Are they finding you from Google
Um,
or from Facebook or just word of mouth or?
I have to say I'm going to, we need to how you say, we we have to see if after update made my new website, if we have got something from just this how you call it,
SEO.
SEO or all
Yeah.
these things. I'm not too
Mhm.
much technical, but we have been active actually in this market, like Christmas. We have been, I mean, last year we were out 27 weeks of 52, so that mean
Mhm.
a lot. So every week we was working Monday to Sunday just to reach people. So we have this market where we met a lot of customer, and we
Mhm.
go to this seminarium or all these
Trade
public,
shows and everything,
yeah,
public events. Yeah.
yeah, events. We met people. We make them try our coffee. Some of them buy. Some of them just take our visit card. And
Mhm.
if we look at the the address in this all, not all, but most of the things we are selling now, it's actually people from those area we have been to. Those
Mhm.
people order a lot of coffee, but I don't know if we. It will be interesting to ask a report from
Mhm.
update
Mhm.
and see if we have got something from them.
Have you noticed any change since Corona's come on your ordering or
Yeah,
slowdowns or?
yeah. I mean, the corona, it's a dirty sickness. I just hate the word. Because before corona, like I said, last year was the best year for us since the beginning. And in January, we had a good plan to double the sale. And I went and how you say that, Amsterdam. Um, how you say,
Sorry, my
Anstella. I mean, I take one more person to work with me here. So
Oh,
from
hiring. Yeah, yeah.
hiring. So I hired one more person from three. We was four people inside here. So because the business was running real. I mean, January, February, we had really good things, and then this corona started to come up, and we don't think about it too much because yeah, it's China is far away and all these things, and then in March, we don't lose customer, but our customer, like I said, we work a lot of with hotel, coffee, restaurant companies. So when they don't have people at the hotel to sleep, then they can make breakfast, they can make. So I mean, everything went in 1 week. It was cancelled order, cancel order, cancel order. So from 100%, we went down to 20%. So
Mm.
we had like 80%. I mean, it
Drop.
was only, yeah, yeah. So our private customer help us a lot. I always thank them. I will always thank them because they show us that we are needed. They really want us to be here after Corona. So they come. I mean, April, May, it was
Hmm.
only those people who help us here. And then the state has done something with this courted permitting, which has helped us a lot. But now we are getting back again to the normal. But we are not there yet. But it's better. It's really better because a lot of our customer have open and they get more and more client customers. So we have started to roast more and more coffee again. So, but I mean, it was really difficult, really difficult. It reminded me that time when I started the company. I had really difficult weeks alone inside the company here. I get that feedback. I just see those days when you have
Hmm.
like 100,000 to pay and just sell 10,000 for whole months, you start to shake. So I
Yes.
get the same pictures, and it was like, for me, it was like, yeah, just keep fighting because fighting is what we are best. All small company are really good to fight
Mm.
to survive. If there's something, I mean, we are good at after our product is just to keep fighting every day, every week, every month. We don't have this big buffer to where you can count billions. But no, 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 no. Here, every crown is like, yeah, this crown, we put it there. This one, we put it there. And then we look, what is left? Ow, not much. But we did this month. Let's fight
Mm.
for next month again. So, and when Corona come and just tackle all these things, I mean, you just,
Because you're in a competitive market. I mean, coffee is not a huge margin business normally, and it's a big game. Whether you're talking about the Starbucks chains or Robert's coffee
yeah,
chains, or whether you're talking about the large Nestle type companies or Unilever who have multiple huge brands. To carve out your niche, you do have to have something special, and you're right, you do have to
yeah,
fight.
yeah, absolutely. I do. And like I said, I believe in what I'm doing. It's not only my coffee from Guinea we are roasting here. We have some cooperative. I have some people from Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda. I used to travel down and meet them. They are small. Like my grandpa in Guinea is the same things. Africa is the same things. I just to come down there and buy the coffee like 7, 10 times more than what they use to get and make them do the job. Because the big things, if you do the job right, then you will get a good product of coffee.
Mm.
But if you just rush, then you damage everything. But if you know that you can sell your product with the right price and live on that, then you will only do the best of you. I mean, we try to tell to all our cooperatives that we have 20 hectares coffee plants. We have 40,000 coffee trees. We have around 15,000 banana trees and around 1,000 avocado trees down there. But we want you to work like we do. I try to educate them a little bit about how they can take care of the plantation so that the result, the service will be a good thing, because everything is about maintenance. How you do
Mhm.
with the plants. You need to talk to your plants, you need to take care of them, you need, yeah. But if you don't earn nothing after all that hard job, then you will not put your heart, you
Back into
don't, yeah, back into it. But if you know that you, yeah, I don't need to have a rice plantation, I don't need to have some orange, I don't need to have some extra job there. I get what I need from this place
it.
for the whole year. Then is, I mean, it's a win-win situation. But we are not, I mean, I'm not afraid for those big company. I mean, we are not doing the same things. I
Yeah.
don't see it in that way. I'm doing my things, and I think that there's a lot of small roasting company we which are doing exactly the same things with us. The only difference is they don't own their own coffee plantation somewhere. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
So I mean, we are trying to give that place the I mean, coffee. It's almost like wine. I mean, it's the same things. It's it's harder than wine. I mean, the job behind coffee trees, to take care from the fern, how you
Yeah,
call
yeah,
that?
yeah. From the
Yeah,
sapling all the way up. Yeah.
yeah, all the way up. We are talking about 7 years before you get this full recolt, or how you call it. And then, I mean, it's a lot of time you put on this. So, but why coffee don't get that place like wine? That, I mean, I have been wondering about that a lot. I mean, people, when they buy coffee, they just see the grams, 500 grams or 1 kilo, but they don't calculate in terms of water. If you buy in a bottle of wine, it's like 25 or 75 centiliter inside.
Hmm.
It's 4 glasses, then it's done. But you can pay up to, I don't know,
Yeah.
many,
Many
many hundred.
thousands. Yeah.
Yeah, But coffee, 1 kilo, you have almost 100 centiliter. I mean, 1 kilo is almost 100 coffee cups.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of water inside,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, and to know that in every 1 cup you get like 60 red beans to get to fill 127 to 25 centiliters coffee. My wife.
But that's something you do a lot of. You educate a lot of people in your business on tasting, and you
Yeah,
invite people
we
in
do.
to,
Yeah.
to taste so that there's more understanding now, I think. But are you planning on doing more of those sort of what? Well, let me ask it this way: what digital activities do you think you'll take to try and bring more customers um, in the coming year or so?
Yeah, I mean, it's to continue to do the same things we have done until now, by educating people the difference between coffee and coffee,
Mm, mm,
because there's a big difference between coffee and coffee. The name is the same, but not the product. I mean, if there's any other word to use for better coffee, that's why we call it special coffee, because it's hand-picked beans, it's
Yeah.
small,
So how are you going to
farm.
communicate that to people? Can you only do that in person, or are you going to use your Facebook page more,
Yeah,
or
we try to use some social media, Facebook, Instagram. Sometimes we try to explain to our customer, especially our customer, because our customer reach more people than we do. Because if
exactly?
you go to big hotels, they have like many thousand customer every year. But if because the reality is 80% of Swedish people drink coffee. That's the reality. It's fact. The fact. I mean, that's the reality. So, and most of them, when they are out, they want to try the good things. And I'm sure that 100% of all Swedish people had heard about special coffee. They know today, after 10, 12, 13 years of special coffee in this country. So people start to understand that, wait, there is
Yeah,
something better. Maybe we cannot find it in this big place here, but we can find it on internet. So we
yeah.
try to educate our customer, our clients, hotel, restaurant, let them like make them to write about coffee in the menu, because you don't find that. You go to a nice restaurant and eat, and then you ask
They
about
just say coffee. They tell you where all the other
yeah,
things come from, and
yeah,
then they
yeah,
go and here's your
yeah,
coffee. Yeah,
exactly. And
yeah,
then you ask about coffee, he just say, "Wait, I'm coming," and then he go behind the kitchen,
yeah.
take something, I don't know,
That's been
something.
burning on the stove for how long and brings it over. Yeah.
I even don't wanna smell it or think of the smell, because I get headache of it. But we try to change that. We try to let them, because the coffee is not only a good things for your health if it's good, if it's organic, fair trade, or all
Hmm.
this. Yeah, you know what I mean. But if you make people understand the meaning of coffee, because after you have been to a restaurant, the last things you take from your restaurant, it's your cup of coffee. I mean, it's
Hmm.
the last things often you take from your
It's a good point.
hot. Yeah. So if that one is wrong, then it's the only things you are going to remember for that visiting. I mean, you just remember for the bad coffee. If people love coffee, they know. A lot of them came here and say, "Wow, there is nothing
Yeah.
better than a good cup coffee in the morning or after a good
Or
dinner or something
or
like that."
fika.
Fika, like the Swedish used to say. So the fika is really huge in this country. So, but we try to do, but we are small, and I'm in a different type of organization for special coffee association, and we try to talk about coffee. We try to show the difference between coffee and coffee, because we have to remember coffee is the second largest trader product after oil is coffee. I mean, it's a
Hmm.
huge thing, but we don't buy those coffee. But if people know more about their coffee, then they will love more coffee than to try to stop drinking coffee, because some people, they are just tired of it. They say, we don't drink it anymore because I get pain in my stomach, I get this, I get that. No, 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 I'm good, I'm good. But and then we tell them, no, this is special coffee, try it, try it. No, oh, thank you for that, I don't have these problems anymore, thanks to you. So that kind of commentary will make us move on here. It's a hard job. It's really a daily job. It's sometimes I answer some SMS about 10, 11 o'clock, and my wife is like, turn it off, turn it off. I was like, no. They just wonder which kind of coffee they have to buy, because they are going to do it in this way and this way. So the communication, I think, is the is the key. People have to understand what we are doing. Then it's better for us to sell later.
Ousmane,
Yeah,
on that note, your love of your coffee is clear, and the love of your business is clear. And I really appreciate your time today, sharing your story with everyone. And
thank you.
we wish you a lovely day. And if you want to, do you ship overseas? Interestingly enough,
Yeah, we do.
well,
We do. We actually do. We do
they should
today.
go to your website,
Absolutely.
I am coffee or
Team
imcoffee.se.
Coffee, yes,
Yeah,
.se. So thank you, Paul. Thank you for the opportunity, and we actually we appreciate it, and we need all small companies need to be heard in this
yes,
hard time.
absolutely. And
Thank
we
you
wish
for
you
the
ongoing
opportunity.
success
Thank
uh,
you.
in your battle for the best coffee.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.